So I've been watching The Get Down a little bit, and this is not going to be like a review or anything. That's going to come in a few days. But I particularly liked a scene that I'm not going to tell you about, but I'm just going to tell you what it made me think of, okay? Just so don't trip. No spoiler alert here. I've been thinking about that particular scene, and you know, I'm gonna have like a slight deep moment right now. This is kind of something that I always talk about in regards to millennials and what makes you fly. What is your purpose? And you know, purpose. Everybody, you know, is talking about purpose, what it is, what you do, what makes you feel good inside, and what you feel like you were put on this earth to do. And let me just say, it's really not cliche. It's really not corny or overrated, because obviously that's something that people fight with all the time, is whether or not you know what you were actually put here to do. Do you get what I'm saying? Whether you believe in God or even if you don't, there's always something spiritual about finding out what it is you're good at. Me personally, I spent a lot of time over the last few years trying to figure out what is it that I'm actually good at, because we have a lot of gifts and a lot of talents, but what am I supposed to be doing? The sole gift that you have is very applicable in many different areas, if you feel what I'm saying. Hopefully I'm not getting too deep on y'all. I've just been trying to figure out where my gift is applicable, basically. Where do I lay it down at? And one thing that I think I've struggled with in my explorations over the years is realizing that at some point, after I've learned and I've mastered and I've made whatever it is my own, I then always get to the point where I kind of choke up and realize like, oh, I'm gonna have to make something from scratch. Like, I'm going to have to create. After I obtain all of these skills, I have to now create something new. And I'm not gonna lie, not that anybody else puts that pressure on me, but that's a lot of pressure. It is. And you know, when people talk about passion and purpose, creating something new, creating something that's unique to you is something that's very important, very talked about, very overrated, if you will, but it's so real. Once you tap into it, it makes you feel like you can fly. So I haven't experienced that yet, but I have experienced people around me hitting that level, that peak. And let me say, it's something to strive for, y'all. My belief is, and I truly believe this, if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, if you are committed to finding out what your gift is and where you're supposed to use it, the money will come. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not to say that you might not have to work at Ross for a little minute, okay? Don't struggle more than you have to. Whether you're like a business person or a social media guru or whatever you are, it doesn't always have to be artistic, okay? But, you know, if you're creative, period, because creative is a universal term. It does not only apply to Frank Ocean, okay? Even though I haven't listened to the album yet, but I've heard I should listen to it, so I'm gonna listen to it, and then maybe I'll talk about it, but I don't know. He's been gone for a minute. Hopefully it's something that'll make us cry for some more later. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is a tangent. So I'm just trying to spark mine up, y'all. I think it's here, but I'm just trying to make sure it don't die. How about that? So anyway, this is day 23. Actually, no, I think this is day 24. I'm losing track. If you're thinking about going and venturing into any kind of purpose, my suggestion is to always do it. Plan well, but go for it. Every time. Go for it. She's always right there. A little support system, even though she don't be paying attention to me, but oh well.